They're fighting a war here and they're losing. The sheer numbers of people succumbing to the coronavirus is overwhelming every hospital in northern Italy. The staff are working flat out trying to keep these people from deteriorating further. They're trying to stop them from dying. This isn't an intensive care unit, it's an emergency ward. The ICU is full.
As the death toll continues to climb across Spain. In the capital of the country, hospitals are reaching full capacity. Here the halls and waiting rooms are packed, standing room only, as they wait for someone to treat them. Patients lie on the floor because there are no beds left. Patients lie on the floor because there are no beds left. And the pressure is relentless.
Nurses across the globe remember exactly how they felt when these images gave us our first glimpse of the COVID-19 situation in Spain and Italy in March 2020. Many of us here in Canada may have experienced fear, anxiety, maybe anger at times, along with a mix of other emotions. But what do you think was the experience of newly graduated RNs who were thrust into the emergency departments at the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic? Phenomenology Research investigates the lived experience of individuals who are embedded in a situation. Thanks to a team of researchers, we can now understand more of what this situation was like for this group of nurses. This study interviewed 16 newly graduated emergency nurses working in Spain between February and April of 2020. This is what they had to say.
I was called to work the next day. I was just lying there flat on my back that night. I couldn't sleep because of anxiety, and I felt dizzy when I woke up as I was still a bundle of nerves.
Starting in the ED unit was extremely chaotic and stressful. I wasn't given enough information about where to go first or how the service worked. You don't have that kind of information. You are lost and don't know how you have to work. In the end, some expert nurse there has to get you off the hook.
You still seem like a nursing student in training when you finish your degree. That is how I feel. There still has to be someone to back you up because you can't be independent. There is too much bureaucracy in EDs, paperwork, protocols. I feel useless.
A 14-hour shift wearing complete PPE becomes overwhelming. I know it is for our protection, but you end up feeling uncomfortable when treating patients.
Amidst the current pandemic crisis, I have noticed cynicism and distrust sometimes arise among colleagues instead of looking on the bright side of the situation.
For me, my greatest fear was infecting my family and loved ones. Since I knew I would have to work alongside patients with coronavirus, my family left our home. I didn't want to bring something home which may not have an effect on me, but it may have on them.
Once the interviews were completed, the researchers analyzed each transcript, identifying themes and clustering the responses based on the identified phenomenon. Phenomenon were categorized by theme and listed as fears and concerns, organizational issues, and support for novice nurses. Recognizing that emergency nursing was an area already plagued by heavy workloads and a shortage of trained professionals prior to the pandemic, the researchers then identified which of these issues were common challenges and which were directly linked to the effects of COVID-19. Although this study included only a small sample size of the thousands of newly graduated nurses who integrated into emergency settings around the world during the pandemic, its results allow us as researchers to go back in time and learn from their experiences. This can spark new inquiries, which helps form future research questions. As a form of inductive research, phenomenology is one method which facilitates the building of new theories, helping to explain our relationships within the world around us.